A fine romance, my friend, this is. They think we're like a couple of hot tomatoes, but we're as cold as yesterday's mashed potatoes. A fine romance with no wrestling. A fine romance with no nestling. We might as well play bridge with our maiden aunts. Love hasn't got a chance. This is a fine romance. Helen, I've impaled about 1,000 little sausages on sticks. Is that all right?
Thanks, Laura. You are a pet.
Yes. Anything else?
No, they'll be arriving soon. You better get yourself ready.
I am ready. Oh. Helen, about this party. You and Phil aren't going to try and fix me up with anybody, are you?
Now, when have we ever tried to do that?
All the time.
Well, not this time, I promise.
Well, that's blown it. Vic's called off.
Who's Vic?
This fella we wanted you to meet. Not that it matters. No, he's just a bloke that was coming to the party. Nothing more to it than that, certainly not. I'm floundering, aren't I?
Drowned.
Yeah.
You won't give up, will you?
Well, I don't see why you have to get so stroppy about it. I mean, you're single. What's wrong with me inviting the odd single chap?
You mean for the odd single girl?
Oh, Laura.
Well, I'm not Jane Fonda, am I?
Well, that is going to extremes.
True. She's older than I am.
In any case, there are plenty of qualities far more important than looks.
Tell me some of them.
Well, intelligence. You know I've always envied you your intelligence. Dad used to say, Helen, you've got the beauty, but your sister's got the brains.
How dare you stand there in your Janet Rager underwear and tell me I'm cleverer than you are?
Well, you are.
Well, I don't want to be cleverer than you are. I want to stand there in Janet Rager underwear.
Well, buy some.
Oh, that's not it. Something?
Nothing. I cracked it. I'll ask Mike.
Mike?
Yes, Mike.
Mike?
Selway Garden Landscaping, Mike Selway speaking. This is a recorded message. We're sorry we're closed at the moment, but if you'd like to leave your telephone number... Oh, hello, Phil. No, I realise I'm not an answering machine, but you see, I'm down in the Yellow Pages as having one, and mine's, it's on the blink. So, what can I do for you? A party? Tonight? Yeah, I'd love to. Great, smashing. No, try and keep me away, mate. Yeah, I'll just get, tidied up, and then I'll be right over. Right, I'll see you later. You don't want to go, but you say you do. Now, why do you do it? Why do you do it? Selway Landscape Garden.
Sausage? Sausage? Would you like a sausage, Laura? Oh, what clever one. I thought you'd never ask. Have one of these. Did you cook them yourself? Yes, I did.
Laura, come on, circulate.
I am. I'm going round and round trying to shift these sausages.
You do not meet people by giving them sausages. Now, come on. Jean, Harry, this is my sister, Laura. Hello.
Hello. So you're Laura?
Yes, I'm Laura. Sausage?
We were just discussing death.
Oh, who's?
Oh, nobody's in particular, just death. Big D.
Harry was just saying. It's so awfully inevitable, isn't it?
Well, there's no arguing with that.
And when all is said and done, what is it for?
Well, to keep the undertakers busy, I suppose.
No, I mean, what is life actually for? Big L.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought we were talking about Big D.
Yes, but Harry was relating death to life. He finds the two things so related, you see.
Well, there's no arguing with that either.
No, you don't have to be polite. Come on, give me an argument on this.
Well, you're both eating dead pig, right?
Excuse me. Laura, do you practice conversation killers like
I don't have any small talk. I don't even have any medium talk. Just let me go round offering the sausages and I won't ever refer to them again as dead pig.
that? No. Look, Mike is coming, isn't he?
He said he was, why?
Because Laura's wandering about, making people nervous.
You make her sound like an escaped lunatic.
You know what'll happen next.
What?
She'll disappear in the kitchen, start washing up.
You know, I'm not sure inviting Mike was such a good idea.
I never really thought it was.
I'm thinking of it from his point of view. I mean, look at it like this. You're a bachelor, and you get invited to a party at the last minute. Now, why do you go?
I don't know. Why?
Well, basically in the hope of finding a bit of spare. Preferably a redhead with long legs and big green eyes. Green for go.
Come on, Phil. Okay, see you later.
Well, all I meant was, I'm not at all sure Laura's Mike's cup of tea.
Well, he's hardly the world's most eligible bachelor, is he?
True.
In any case, you better get here soon.
Why? She headed for the kitchen again.
No, she just dropped her contact lens in someone's drink.
Oh, my God! Oh, it's revolting! Right. Why don't I go home? For what? Okay, here I come. Rosemary.
Helen.
Oh, yeah, yes, of course. I don't know why I said Rosemary. I don't even know anybody called Rosemary.
No. Well, come in.
Yes, right. Come in.
We think of something which very few people think of. I remember, it was in the bleak December. Our words was resonant and echoed the 20th century sensibility.
Mike! Come and have a sausage.
Yes, come and have a sausage.
We have not only
Laura? Yeah? Laura? This is Mike.
Hello.
Hello.
I think we should all evangelicals.
Laura's my sister.
Oh. So,
What you drinking, Mike? There, please.
Laura is a linguist.
Somewhat.
Bon.
We.
excuse me, Lou.
Why on earth do you do it?
I just want you to be as happy as Phil and me.
Helen, life isn't like you and Phil.
Well, at least try.
With him,
Oh, he's not that bad.
he's monosyllabic.
He's quiet.
With that grin,
He's shy. He's nervous.
he's short.
Well, so are you.
Quiet, nervous, short and shy.
Yes.
Yes, disaster.
Enid Barbus in Antony and Cleopatra. I'm alone, the villain of the 5 letters. Ah, peace. No, that's wrong. That makes 17 across police.
Mike!
Yeah?
You're right, you've been half an hour in there.
No, I'm fine. It's a bit of a stomach upset. I must have had too much to drink.
You haven't drunk anything, yeah? Come on downstairs, talk to Laura.
Yeah.
Now, Mike!
Laura? Oh, there you are, Mike.
Yes.
You always speak in monosyllables.
No.
Oh, fine. Now, why don't you two sit yourselves down, get yourself a drink, and have a nice chat?
Well, no. I mean, if Laura's going to do the washing up. What would you like to drink?
Gin and tonic, please.
Now, I'll get them.
Where would you like to sit?
Want a seat? There. Go on, sit there. You're not as tall as I thought you were.
Nor are you.
There we are.
Cute.
There. That's you two fixed up. Solid.
I think companionable silences are a myth.
Well, I talk too much sometimes.
Really?
Yes, particularly with strangers. I start talking without knowing what I'm going to talk about, but I keep on talking. Then I hear the sound of my own voice, as if it's echoing down this long tunnel. But I keep on talking. For instance, the last party I went to, I got onto a stone wall.
Not literally.
No, the subject of a stone wall I've been building in this chap's garden. I'm a landscape gardener, you see. Anyway, I got onto the subject of this stone wall, and I couldn't get off it, because this chap kept changing his mind, you see. First of all, he wanted Cotswold stone, then he wanted Derbyshire stone, then he thought he'd have screen walling. During which time, of course, I was going slowly bananas. Anyway, he finally settled for Cotswold stone, and which, of course, has to be laid in the half-bond manner. No, he didn't want that. And I said, now, look, it must be laid in the half-bond manner, and I can hear the sound of my own voice echoing down that tunnel again. Well, let's talk about you. Helen said you were a linguist.
Yes, I translate things. It's all pretty boring.
Oh, no, I'm sure it's not. I mean, what are you translating at the moment?
A German textbook on urinary infections. Well, there's always sex. Huh? Talk about, I mean, that's always common ground.
Oh, yeah, yes, sure. I mean, every party conversation gets around to it sooner or later.
Well, always.
Hello again.
Hello.
I wanted to take you up on our discussion about death. You never really developed your argument.
Harry loves people to develop their arguments.
So, how do you really feel about death?
At this moment, close to it. Excuse me.
There's nothing wrong with animal instincts, Jean. After all, we are animals.
No, Mike, stop it. Shh, somebody's coming.
Sorry.
Sorry.
Oh, Mike, you magnificent animal. Mike.
Yes?
Are you following me around?
Well, I'm hardly likely to do that, am I?
Good.
What were you saying Mike like that for?
Was I?
Yes, you saying Mike.
You must know, I was trying to keep people out.
Oh. Well, why Mike, though?
Don't read anything into it.
It's difficult not to.
Well,
Look, tonight, it's just the first name that came into my head. I mean, what's the first name that came into your head tonight?
Helen. Well, what are you doing in here, anyway?
Hiding.
Oh, so am I. I was going to go into the loo to finish off the crossword, but somebody's in there.
Well, wait here if you like.
Thanks. This is daft. We're supposed to be hiding from one another, and here we are, on the same bed together.
If we go down, Phil and Helen will only try and glue us together again.
You get pretty hostile about that, don't you?
Well, don't you?
No. I mean, you can always live in hope, can't you? I mean, meeting women at my age, I don't know where they are anymore. I went to an over 25's dance night one night, and I was the youngest one there. So, if somebody asked me to come to a party, I hate going to parties, but if somebody says come to a party, well, I go to a party because, well, sooner or later, you never know, I might meet someone who's not this real dog that everybody's trying to palm off onto me. I'm sorry, I didn't mean...
How old are you, 50?
43.
43. You have about as much social grace as one of your bits of stone. And you have the bloody arrogance to expect to be fixed up with somebody who's not as dull as you are.
Well, what about you? What gives you the right to be so choosy?
Well, because I have the right. Just because I'm plain or homely or downright ugly doesn't mean to say I have to jump at the first thing in trousers that says hello to me.
Well, that's what I mean. Substitute the word skirts for trousers, and that's what I mean.
Laura, if you're hiding up...
No. It's all right, we're not...
No, Helen, play the game. Play the game.
Oh, yes, of course, I'm sorry. You just carry on with what you were doing, talking about.
Now, why on earth should you give your sister the idea that we're in the bedroom together?
Well, we are.
Yes, but it's hardly a romantic tryst, is it? If the loo hadn't been occupied, I'd have been in there doing the crossword. Look, and you'd have been in here reading.
It's better for Helen to think she saw what she thought she saw. It'll make a whole evening.
Oh. She's quite attractive, Helen, isn't she?
Yes.
Poncy gold initials on it, wouldn't it? Oh. Are you all right?
Yes, what did you do that for?
Well, we don't seem to be... gives you something to remember the evening by, doesn't it? When I was a kid, I went to parties. I didn't think the evening was an entire washout if I at least put my hand on a girl's knee.
Been an entire washout.
That is the single most unromantic act I've ever seen in my life. wasting our time, aren't we?
I think we are. Let's go.
Where?
Home.
Oh, no.
No, I'm not inviting you to my home. I just want to go home. I think it's best we left together.
Oh, why?
Because it's early, and if either one of us makes it to the front door on his or her own...
Yes, that makes sense. Did you have a coat?
No, only a briefcase. Do you wear false teeth?
No, why?
Because when you kissed me just now, I heard this little clicking noise.
Must have been one of the bones in my surgical corset. Bye. Thanks for a lovely party. Thank you.
Ring me, Laura, ring me.
All right.
Fine. Night, be good.
Well, we made it.
Yes.
Good night.
Let me give you a lift home at least. Where to?
Fulham. Is it out of your way?
Yes. So?
It's still only 9:30.
Time fly when you're having a rotten time.
Do you fancy a curry?
Oh. Chinese?
No, I hate it. Italian?
Where?
I don't know. We're just making noises, aren't we? We'd better cut our losses.
Better had. Right. It's all right. Bye.
Mashed potatoes. A fine romance with no wrestling. A fine romance with no nestling. We two are just as prickly as cactus plants. Love hasn't got a chance. This is a fine romance. with no nestling. We might as well play bridge with our maiden aunts. Love hasn't got a chance. This is a fine romance. Mirror, mirror on the wall, who is the...
Oh, forget it. Oh, look at you. Skinny cow. Hello?
Laura, your loving sister. Good morning.
Oh,
I love you too.
you're all bright-eyed and bushy-tailed, aren't you? You've been up for hours, you've cleaned the house, you've listened to the omnibus edition of The Archers, and you've already started preparing Sunday lunch, haven't you?
Yes.
Yes, and Phil's cleaned the Peugeot, and he's got off to the pub in his suede jacket for the Swift Half, hasn't he?
Yes.
Yes, I hate you, both of you, in the mornings.
Listen, never mind that. Can you talk?
Well, I open my mouth and out come the words.
No, no. You know what I mean. Can you talk now?
Yes, of course, why?
Well, I just wondered if Mike was still there.
Mike?
Yes, Mike. The Mike you left the party with last night.
Oh, Mike. No, he went home.
When?
Earlier.
Oh?
Yes,
Oh.
yes.
I repeated the oh.
Well, you can repeat "oh" till the cows come home. That's all you get. I'm not a cereal. Now mind your own business.
Come to lunch.
I haven't had breakfast yet.
Well, how long does it take to have a cup of coffee? Oh, come on, Laura. You know Sundays on your own are dismal.
And you're a good cook.
True.
Oh, all right. But listen, I don't want to remark about Mike with every mouthful of food. Okay?
Okay.
Promise.
Promise.
Take that smile off your face.
Mike, on your own?
Yeah, she didn't turn up.
2.5.
No. This is fine, thanks.
Right, cheers.
Cheers.
Something wrong?
No.
So, you, seeing Laura today?
Laura? No, why?
Well, it's just that when you left the party together, everything seemed very cosy.
Yeah, it was meant to.
Oh? Why?
Well, quite frankly, Phil, we thought that the only way to stop you and Helen from matchmaking all evening was to retire to a neutral corner together.
As obvious as that, were we?
Yes, I've seen more subtlety in tag wrestling. It was well-intentioned. Cheers.
Cheers. You're getting peculiar about beer, Mass.
Well, I like a nice obsession on a Sunday. Passes the time, doesn't it?
Bad as that, are they? Sundays?
Yeah, mostly.
Well, then, let's break the mould. What you doing for lunch?
Well, reheating the spam fritters I made for myself on Friday. That's if they haven't turned funny.
Ugh, you don't want to do that. Come and have lunch with Helen and me.
Well, you can't just barge in with one extra for lunch.
You can with Helen.
Well, it's very tempting, I must say. Helen's cooking weighed against my spam fritters. I left them once for a few days, you know. They developed a very interesting-looking fungus. Could have been a cure for something, for all I know. Ha! Spamicillin.
Well, now settle them. Incidentally, this neutral corner that you and Laura retired to, how neutral was it?
Well, I took her home in the van.
Yeah.
And then she went in, and I went home.
That is fairly neutral. Give you the elbow, did she?
No. Elbows weren't involved.
Oh.
It was mutual consent on the grounds of mutual apathy.
Well, you can't win them all.
Nah. Would you like another one, Ina?
No, let's go and eat.
Laura, will you please come out of that cupboard?
No. I said if you mention the name Mike once more, I'd go into the cupboard. You didn't, so here I am.
Look, I used to do this when we were kids.
And you used to get your own way with Mum and Dad, didn't you?
Well, sometimes.
Well, let's just say I'm a slow learner.
I'm going to have a sherry.
Oh, really? You're not tempting me out with sweeties?
No, sherry.
It's a question of dignity, I suppose. I mean, I'm not furthering the cause of women as a significant force in society by standing in the cupboard, am I?
Talking of modern society.
Not mine.
No, modern society. You know, I often wish I'd had your opportunities when I was your age.
You're younger than I am.
No, that came out all wrong. What I mean to say is, there's a lot to be said for being single today.
Is there?
I was just chatting.
You were not just chatting. You were taking a loop line. Now, listen, Helen. Once and for all, I've come for Sunday lunch. Not for an in-depth interview about my love life. It's an expression. It's an expression.
I know.
It's just an expression. Well, don't look so smug.
I'm not smug. I'm pleased.
Now, listen,
No,
Helen...
really. You're always so convinced that men find you an absolute turn-off. Well, Mike obviously didn't, did he?
No.
And I'm pleased. Oh, that sounds like Phil.
You know what happened to Pinocchio's nose?
Mind for extra for lunch, love?
Yes, of course. Mwah. Hello, Mike.
Look, if it's going to be any trouble...
No, 1 extra, 2 extra. Look who's here.
Oh.
Hello again, Mike. What a lovely surprise.
Oh, hello, yes.
Oh, what say we pop out for a swift half, mate?
We've just had a swift half. And in any case, Mike wants to talk to Laura, don't you, Mike?
Yes.
And I want to talk to Mike.
Good. Well, that's good, because I want to talk to you.
Chatty lot, aren't we?
Well, I'll go and shell some peas.
Oh, it's beans.
Why did you have to turn up here?
Oh, why did you have to turn up here?
I was invited.
Oh, fine, because I gate crashed. I happened to be passing, and I said, why don't I invite myself for lunch? So I did. That's why I'm here, of course.
Couldn't you go somewhere else?
You're all warmth, you, aren't you?
Honestly, Mike, I can't think of anything nicer than you turning up here today.
Are you taking some form of treatment?
There's no need to upset them, is there?
Well, I'm not upsetting anyone. All I'm doing is sitting here talking to a schizophrenic.
Well, if you went somewhere else, you wouldn't have to, would you? Actually, I was thinking of ringing you today.
What were you going to ring me on, your little red plastic telephone with a magic bell?
They keep looking.
Oh, you're being watched, are you?
Well, you know who I mean, Phil and Helen.
Oh, yes, I know who you mean, and I don't know what you're talking about.
Look, they think we left the party last night together because we were getting very... friendly.
Yes, I know.
And they don't know any different.
Phil does.
How?
Oh, I told him.
You did what?
Well, he asked me.
You bloody backstabber!
No, she didn't actually say he stayed the night, but she more than hinted at it.
Well, Mike didn't hint, he told me. He didn't even get inside a flat.
She's smiling.
Yeah, what does that prove? Men have been known to smile on the gallows.
How many men have you seen on the gallows?
Hundreds. Look, Mike's an honest bloke.
And Laura is my sister.
Yes, women have been known to lie about these things.
And men haven't.
Well, I suppose the odd bit of sexual embroidery does go on in the pub.
And where did you talk to Mike?
In the pub?
Well, there you are.
Not. You don't embroider by saying the whole evening was a total washout.
Well, somebody's not telling the truth.
Yeah, I know that.
Why would he lie?
Look, honestly, Helen, it's their lives, not ours. It's none of our business. Now, we don't have to know what they did or did not do, do we?
Yes.
There's a cherry tree in the garden. I thought you might like to chop it down.
What for?
So that when somebody says, who chopped down that cherry tree, you can say, I did. I, George Washington, did.
I'm getting fed up with you. Now, look. All I do is tell the plain facts of the matter. Now, just a minute. Why should that bother you unless you've made up a different version? You have. You must have done.
Must I?
Yes.
Well, if you must know, I went along with a kind of assumption that Helen made.
Well, why on earth should you do that?
Because I knew your ego wouldn't allow you to admit you couldn't get through my front door.
You didn't even know I'd be here to speak to you at all.
Ah.
Ah, yes. Ah. Now, according to popular fiction, it's men who are supposed to boast of the conquests they've never made. It's us who are supposed to stick little flags on the side of our cockpits.
Singularly apt phrase.
Yeah. A singularly apt phrase. So why did you do it?
I don't have to answer you.
No. Don't have to speak to me at all.
Well, if you must know, perhaps it's because I'm sick of not being a flag on the side of somebody's cockpit.
Oh.
Happy?
No, sad.
Don't you go feeling sorry for me.
No, I just feel sorry that anybody should have to do that sort of thing, and I know what I'm talking about because I've done it myself. I've lied.
Well, why pick this moment to tell the truth?
Perhaps I felt a finer type of person this morning. Perhaps I was actually concerned about your honor.
Oh, cobblers to my honor. What about my pride?
Lunch is ready. Look, I can do this. You go in the other room and talk to Mike.
I don't want to go in the other room and talk to Mike.
Well, you didn't say 2 words to each other at lunch.
We did. We chatted about his work.
You said, how's the landscape gardening business? And he said lousy. I do not call that a chat.
We're pithy.
You're not. You're both obviously ill at ease, and I don't see why. I mean, Phil might have got the wrong end of the stick, but I couldn't be more pleased.
Look, Helen, I think it's time you heard the truth. Mike didn't stay the night. We didn't do anything or go anywhere. We just got on each other's nerves.
But when I phoned...
I gave the impression, yes, I know.
Oh, Laura.
Childish, isn't it? Maybe I'm regressing. Maybe I'll end up as Baby Jane. Anyway, it was his fault.
Of course it was. Why?
He didn't even give me the option of turning him down. That's why.
Well, this won't postpone the first coronary. What about a walk?
Well, I look at it this way. Exercise speeds up the digestive process. And when I think of my spam fritters, I'd like Ellen's grub to stay in my stomach as long as possible.
You were very quiet at lunch.
Yeah. Phil? About Laura.
Now, I'm glad you brought that up. Because, you know, Helen is under the definite impression that you and Laura were,
Yeah, well, she would be.
But you didn't.
Well, we did, actually.
You told me you didn't.
Yeah. It's confusing, isn't it?
Well, why'd you tell me you didn't?
Well, I mean, you outgrow things like boasting, don't you?
Do you?
Yes, well, of course you do.
We used to cut notches on our rulers when we were at school. Of course, that was just for kissing.
Used to do that in my day. Did you pay for your kisses?
Certainly not.
I did. I was a bit shy, you see. Penny a time to a girl with a lisp. Glenda, somebody, Glenda...
Jackson?
Pilbeam, that's it. Glenda Pilbeam.
Must have cost you a fortune.
Yeah. Helped me teeth, though. Well, I spent so much money buying kisses from Glenda Pilbeam, I never had enough money left to buy sweets.
Well, well. You and Laura, eh?
Yep.
Well, well.
Yep.
Sound like Gary Cooper.
I wish to look like Gary Cooper. Even an old Gary Cooper.
Well, let's face it, Laura's no Jean Arthur, is she?
Hello?
Oh.
What are you two talking about?
Gary Cooper and Jean Arthur.
Before my time. Do you fancy a walk?
Oh, that's what I said we should do.
No, Mike and I, actually.
Oh, yes. Yes, of course.
Yep.
Oh.
No, it's okay, Phil. See you, Phil.
Have a nice time.
Yep. Should I leave it there or what?
You don't have to. Still, you know where to find it.
True.
Look, Mike, I owe you an apology. Letting Helen think that. It was stupid.
No harm done.
Self-defense, I suppose. Anyway, I've straightened it out. I've told her the truth.
Oh, God. I changed my story to Phil.
You did? Why?
Your pride.
Who brought my pride into it?
You did.
Oh, yes. That's going to be a very confused household.
Are we still inside? Don't look round.
I think so.
We better make that a fast walk.
She's bound to believe me. She's my sister.
Oh, Phil, believe me. I mean, once a chap confesses to another chap that he's notched his ruler at school, well, a chap is going to believe a chap.
Oh, you did that too, did you?
Yeah. The point is, which one of them is going to believe the other?
Perhaps we should issue a joint communique.
I could phone.
Oh, no, that wouldn't do it. That'd just be your version. We'd both have to shout down the phone at the same time for them to believe us. Anyway, it serves them right for trying to foist us off on each other. First place.
I've an idea they'll give all that up now.
Very probably. Well, I wouldn't say no.
Neither would I.
Oh, I didn't mean that, actually. I mean, I wouldn't say no to another drink.
Oh, would you like the same again?
Yes, please.
There we go, please. What did you use to put notches on your ruler for?
Kisses.
Did you sell them?
No, buy them.
We ought to have gone to the same school. Cheers. Do you think we ought to get back?
I suspect they've had enough of us for one day.
I wouldn't blame them.
Time, gentlemen, please.
It's Nemesis, isn't it?
What?
Well, this is the second time we've found ourselves together. And it's the second time it's been a sort of, well, a sort of non-time. I mean, 2 o'clock on a Sunday afternoon. I mean, what do you do with a time like that?
Hope it passes.
Oh, you too? Well, at least we've got company.
Who?
Well, each other.
Oh, yes. Yes, I suppose that's true.
Fancy a walk?
I'm not much of a walker.
Drive?
In your van?
Yes.
No. Pictures?
No, I don't like going to the pictures in the afternoon. I don't like coming out into the daylight. I wonder what Phil and Helen are doing.
I wonder. Whatever it is, I bet it's warm and wonderful.
Yes. Yeah. I've got an idea. Bruton Galleries. An exhibition of ethnic masks. Admission free.
It would have to be.
You really don't fancy the idea?
No.
Neither do I. Let's go.
Why?
Well, going to something we both think is going to be awful. Well, start, isn't it?
I bet one of us goes and likes it now.
Yeah. That's on the cards.
I don't know why we're doing this. I imagine kamikaze pilots setting out on their missions had more hope than us.
Well, you've got to have hope, haven't you?
That's a good song title. What are you laughing at?
Well, hope. That's all. Hope.
A fine romance with no pinches. They think we're like a couple of hot tomatoes, but we're as cold as yesterday's mashed potatoes. A fine romance with no wrestling. A fine romance with no nestling. We two are just as prickly as cactus plants. Love hasn't got a chance. This is a fine romance.